শ্রাবন্তী বড়ুয়া আর আমার বাবা বিপুল বড়ুয়া। সর্বপ্রথম ভগবান তথাগত সম্মুখ সমৃদ্ধকে বন্দনা জানাচ্ছি, পূজনীয় ভিক্ষুকে বন্দনা ও আপনাদের সবাইকে বাংলার 1433 নববর্ষ শুভেচ্ছা জানাচ্ছি। Good afternoon. So, you wake up to the calendar saying April 14th. The song Ishore Boishak playing in the background, people wearing colorful clothes on the streets, and the smell of traditional Bengali food filling the air. This is the spirit of Pahela Boishak, Bengali New Year, a celebration of new beginnings, culture, and community. Pahela Boishak marks the first day of the Bengali calendar. It dates back to the time of Mughal Emperor Akbar, who introduced a new calendar system to make tax collections easier for foreigners. Over time, this day became more than just a date. It became a symbol of renewal, hope, and cultural pride for Bengali people. Just like Pahela Boishak grew to be such a huge part of Bengali, their practices and celebrations changed throughout the years. In the past, Pahela Boishak was deeply rooted in tradition. On the eve of Pahela Boishak, people would have puffed rice called koi and sweet called naru. Us Buddhist families would wake up early in the morning to go to the mandir, pray, and the entire community would meet together. People, especially young ones, would bow down and pay respect to their elders and seek blessings, which we call pranam. Later, young children would make a campfire called jak, singing and celebrating the happy day together. These celebrations focused on togetherness, simplicity, and cultural customs passed down through generations. Thank you to Maya and Bobby for giving me this information. Today, the celebration looks different. Now, people celebrate by social media posts, malls, community or large city events, and modern youth. Even though the event has adapted to a more modern and fast-paced world, it is still vibrant and still carries the strength of Bengali culture with it. Just like any other thing in the world, Pahela Boishak will keep on growing. But sometimes, cultural events like this lose their deep meaning. It is our, the young generation's job to preserve this beautiful and meaningful cultural significance and carry it to the next generation. It is not just a festival. It is a connection to our history, our identity, and our roots. If we lose these traditions, we lose a part of who we are. As we celebrate Pahela Boishak, we should not only enjoy the festivities, but also remember their meaning. It is our responsibility to carry these traditions forward without forgetting where we are. Thank you and Shubha Navabarsha.
শুভ নববর্ষ। আমার নাম ঋষিকা বড়ুয়া, আমার বাবার নাম শুভম বড়ুয়া, আমার মার নাম বাবা বড়ুয়া। Pahela Boishak, or otherwise known as Novoborsho, is the Bengali New Year celebrated by people globally. This year, Pahela Boishak is the start of the Bengali era 1433. Now, what does Pahela Boishak mean? Well, the Bengali calendar consists of 12 months, this month being the month of Boishak, which is the first month of the year. What does Pahela mean? Pahela means first, so Pahela Boishak would mean the first day of the month of Boishak. Knowing what it means, what even is the significance of Pahela Boishak? It is a huge holiday and festival that is celebrated on the 14th of April, and it marks the start of a new year in the Bengali calendar. It celebrates Bengali identity, heritage, food, art, music, clothing, and even community. In general, it represents renewal, a fresh, clean start. Before I get into more detail about Pahela Boishak, I would like to share a bit of history as to the origin of Pahela Boishak and how it all started. Did you know that it dates back all the way to the time of the Mughal Empire, which was an early modern empire that occupied the region of South Asia? Now that was a long time ago. During this time, there were land taxes, which were collected from the Bengali people, and it was aligned with the time of the Islamic Hijri calendar. But this calendar was a lunar calendar, which was a problem as it did not match with the solar agricultural cycles. Then, during the Emperor Akbar's rule, he asked the royal astronomer to make a new calendar altogether by uniting the lunar Islamic Hijri calendar with the solar Hindu calendar used during the time period. which was known as the harvest calendar. Emperor Akbar officialized the Bengali calendar in order to make the tax collecting system better and more efficient. Enough of the history. What do people do during Pahela Boishak today? How do they celebrate it? There are many traditions in Pahela Boishak. Have you ever heard of one of the most important ones called Halkata? Hal means updating, Wakata means book. A book called a ledger that business people use to keep track of their transactions. They always open and start a new ledger and close their old ones on the new year, and settle all debts and loans with customers, even offering them things to improve their relationships with the customers. Another part of our cultural celebration is that we usually start our preparation for Pahela Boishak a few days early. We clean our entire house because a clean house brings good luck and prosperity to the family. We also decorate our houses with flowers and especially with neem leaves. Neem is a special herbal leaf with lots of medicinal value, and most importantly, it purifies and cleanses the air from germs. We cook many delicious traditional foods, which usually include pantabhat, ilish mach, aloo bharta, and different types of sweets like rasgulla, doi, payash, and so on. Then on the day of Pahela Boishak, we wake up early. We wear new traditional clothes, and even though Pahela Boishak is not a religious holiday, we have our own way of celebrating it. So we go to the monastery and we pray to Buddha. We can visit our relatives and friends and wish a happy new year to them. We touch the feet of our elders for blessings. And fun fact, we can get money from them as their blessings. After that, we all have a feast to celebrate and end the day. Thank you all for listening. I wanted to share these facts with you today because I strongly believe that we, as the younger generation, have to learn about our culture and our heritage. We have to truly understand our roots in order to maintain our legacy and uphold our culture for future generations to come. Also, a suggestion I have before finishing is that if you want to learn more about Pahela Boishak or about Bengali culture, try to research on your own, and you can even ask help from your family members. Once again, Shubho Noa Boishak to everyone, and may this year bring you and your family good luck and happiness.
সাধু
আমরা বাচ্চাদেরকে নিয়ে যুবকদেরকে নিয়ে এবং পড়াশোনা করাচ্ছি এবং পরিবেশনা করানো হচ্ছে। আমি যখন ছোট ছিলাম আমি মন্দিরে যেতাম মা বাবা বলেছে বলে, মানে আমার ভালো লাগতো, আনন্দ লাগতো, কিন্তু অন্ধভাবে করে যেতাম। আমি অনেক পরে শিখেছি যে এই কারণে আমরা এটা করি, এটার পেছনে এই মানেটা আছে। আমরা যখন এত কষ্ট করে সুন্দর একটা নতুন মন্দির মানে প্রধান হচ্ছে, আমরা চাই যে একদম ছোটবেলা থেকেই বাচ্চারা বুঝতে পারে কেন এত কষ্ট করে আমরা করছি, উদ্দেশ্যটা কি। মানে শুধু মা বাবাকে খুশি করার জন্য না, নিজের একটা ইচ্ছা থাকতে হবে, নিজে থেকেও বুঝতে হবে। তো পরের থেকে গরমকালের ছুটি তো আসছেই, যাদের ইচ্ছা আছে আর বাচ্চাদের মা বাবাদের প্রত্যেক উইকেন্ডে একটা সানডে স্কুলের মতন বুদ্ধিস্ট টিচিং এগুলো শেখার জন্যে লেসন থাকবে। যে বাচ্চারা আগে যাচ্ছিল এই লেসনগুলোতে, আমার মনে হয় ওদের ভালোই লেগেছে, ওদের অনেক প্রশ্ন ছিল এবং ভান্তেরা বাংলায়ও বলে ইংরেজিতেও বলে। এই ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ ব্যারিয়ারটা ভাষার জন্যে মাঝে মাঝে কিছু কিছু জিনিস মানে হারিয়ে যায়, লস্ট ইন ট্রান্সলেশন যাকে বলে। তো আমরা চাই যে ওরা বাংলায়ও শিখুক, ইংরেজিতেও শিখুক, এটা খুব জরুরি। এটা আমি পাইনি, আমি তো খুব কষ্ট করে বাংলায় বলছি এখন। তো এইরকম আমি যদি দু ভাষায় পেতাম তাহলে আমি হয়তো ছোটবেলা থেকে অনেকটা বুঝে শুনে করতাম। এটাই আমাদের উদ্দেশ্য। আমরা চাই না যে ওরা মানে জাস্ট করতে হবে বলে করছি, নিজের মন থেকে নিজের হৃদয় থেকে